So it's Monday. It's Monday. I've been looking at some of the polling data coming in, some of the different polls from different sources, and I gotta say, I think it looks like, and if I was a betting man, and I had to bet a paycheck on who was going to win the presidency. Not that I'd want to. I would say it looks like Donald Trump's going to win. Now, there's some things that come along with that I think you guys need to be paying attention to, and chief among those things is if you're under the impression that the left is just going to let that happen, you got another thing coming. The left will lose what's left of its ever-loving collective mind. Okay, that's a given. I strongly feel that a repeat of the Summer of Love, the Chaz, the Chop, the hundreds of people dead, the hundreds of people injured, the billions of dollars in property damage, I think that we'll see a repeat of that, probably amped up. And I think it's important for you men out there, for you leaders of your families, to kind of recognize that that's a real possibility should he win. The other thing is, a Donald Trump win is not a guaranteed solve-all for the country, right? Donald Trump's mission, if he does get in, is to try and put toothpaste back in the tube. That's a pretty difficult job to do, to undo the damage that's been done. When you consider we can't even service the interest on our debt yet, that's a pretty insurmountable task for almost any human being to do with our government. Kamala Harris's mission is to stomp on the tube and get it all out. So, I mean, if that's what you're for, that's what you're for. But I think it's important to recognize that if he does win, it could get wild. It could get wild. And I'm not saying that just guessing. We've seen it in the past. The Summer of Love was not that long ago, right? And I think it's just important to kind of recognize that that's a possibility and be prepared for it. But I also think it's important to recognize that even if Trump gets in, look, a Trump presidency, I've said it before, I'll say it again, is like, it's a head-on car crash, right? Either way, you're going to get a head-on car crash, Kamala or Trump. The difference is Trump intends to try and tap the brakes. Kamala intends to try and romp the gas pedal. So, that's about the reality of it. You're still going to hit the bridge embankment, okay? It's still coming at you, all right? We've blown past, I think, all of the safe exit ramps. The bridge is out ahead, and how we deal with that is the real issue. Be prepared for bad times, because I think bad times are coming. I'm not saying this trying to, church up some kind of civil war rhetoric. I think that's the stupidest fucking idea or proposition out there right now. Not to say that it couldn't happen. It sure as shit could. But the people who are asking for it or looking forward to it or applauding the idea of it, you are about as dumb as a box of rubber tits. Pardon my French, I'm trying to watch my language. That's the last thing you want. That's the last thing anyone should want. You have no idea what you're asking for. No idea. No idea. That is horror. And that's the other thing to kind of keep in mind is, good, bad, or indifferent, the last 60 to 100 years in the United States has been a fluke. Right now, I'm not saying it's perfect. Don't come at me with the Native Americans were treated so bad, or black people, or whatever, minorities, or gay people. No, in general, big picture, the level of peace and stability within the United States is a fluke in human history. Okay, it's an anomaly. If you look at the large span of human history, death, slavery, famine, plague, war, natural catastrophes, conquests, what we've had here in this country has been a fluke, an absolute anomaly. And we should be doing everything we can do to maintain that fluke for as long as we can, so that we can pass down something to our kids. Hopefully at least what we got passed down to us. But, ideally you want to give your kids a greater country than you got. So yeah, the people out there going, Civil War, on the left and the right. There's, the Red Dawn motherfuckers on the right, and then there's the crazy Antifa, I want my abortion on demand people on the left. Both of those people are fucking cancers. Pardon my, I keep swearing, and I'm making an effort not to. I am. This is me 100% self-filtering, failing at it. But yeah, they will go nuts. They will go nuts. That's my bottom line. I guess if I could sum up with 2 points, Donald Trump he has no magic wand. Okay, he's going to do the best he can, but it's still going to be painful. And the left will lose their ever-loving mind. So just be prepared for that. Yeah. I think that's all I got. And how do you know you're in Massachusetts? Because the roads are like bombed out runways. You know, you figure as much as they get taxed down here, their roads would be better, but I mean, good Lord. You know, ridiculous. You go over the border to New Hampshire, the roads are nice and smooth mostly. Down here, it's like, I know when I cross the line because I don't even look at the now entering Massachusetts. The roads just turned to shit. Anyways, that's all I got. You guys have a good one.